What's going on, everybody? It's Dan here, back with another Moonshine Talking, and this time we are using Streamyard to try this, a watch along of one of my matches. It's basically just a test subject, trying to see if this is going to work. I tried it already once and it was a disaster, so I'm going to keep experiment with this thing and see if it works out or not. But yeah, let's get into this and see what sort of trouble we can get into with this damn thing, and let's go from there. So we're gonna try this here. No, that didn't do anything. There we go. And we're gonna get rid of this here. And let's start the action. I guess I'll start with before I even do that, I'll start with lay the groundwork, as it were. So this is a match from, I want to say, 2008, maybe 2009. Might even be sooner than that. I'll have to look, but it was for a promotion called EWE, Elite Wrestling Entertainment. It was pretty much my home promotion for a few years. I'm going to wrestle a guy by the name of Steve Moose Madison. Steve was a former student of the current school of wrestling, and he was a seasoned veteran, particularly in the Florida area, but he had a lot of success outside of Florida, did some tours to Japan and Europe, a little bit in Puerto Rico, I believe. And he's a very well-respected, well-regarded elite professional wrestler. And he was one of the co-founders of EWE. He liked me. He's known me for many, many, many years. He knew me when I first started in the business, or at least he started maybe a year or two after I did. And then, of course, he was way more talented than me, so he superseded me in the business. And yeah, so let's get started. But this is the ring announcer, Shannon Rose, and getting ready to head into the ring here is the referee is going to be Billy Dalton. And we are at what is called the Temple Terrace Rec Center in Tampa, Florida, but Temple Terrace is a part of Tampa, if you're not familiar with the area. So yeah, let's get into this. See how this works out. So that's Billy, Shannon Rose. That's me coming to the ring. I think I was still moonshine before here. I might even have doing my Van Daniels at this point. How I get in between. Still rocking the hillbilly gear, but wearing actual professional trunk. Still acting kind of like a maniac. That's Jackal, the lumberjack in the background, in case you're wondering. And we're about to get Steve come in the ring. Like I say, very phenomenal talent. Anytime I wrestle him, it was a night off. He's just so smooth in the ring, such a ring general. Really, really easy to work with, fun, talented. He's a firefighter by profession currently. He's a good dude. He's one of my favorite people in the wrestling business. Loves a lot of the same music I do. He doesn't get into the real, like, super heavy underground stuff. He loves the DOC, Clutch, the Sword, the Crowbar. He loves Down. He loves a lot of that stuff. A lot of more mainstream stuff, Pantera, stuff like that. Yeah, he's a cool dude. I really enjoy Steve. Okay, here we go. Steve's about to try and blow me up a little bit with these shoulder tackle drills. Kind of blowing up me and try to get me winded, disoriented. Put my leg on the top rope. I don't know why. I used to be good at taking those bumps, but for some reason, my skill at that deteriorated over the years. I had to apologize to him after. I looked like shit, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's why They're telling me I'm awful. It's probably half right there. But these shows were fun. They were student showcase shows where we'd have a lot of the students from the school. Like I said, Steve Kern, School Hard Knocks student, and he took over because he was so good. He took over the school when Steve Kern went to WWE as a producer. He and Buck Quartermain, another well respected journeyman pro wrestler who spent more time in WWE as enhancement talent. One of the greatest punch in the world. The power of the punch. But anyhow, so Steve took over the school. Originally, it was going to be Power Fighter Pro, but they ended up going with EWE, Elite Wrestling Entertainment. And we ran shows all over the place. We first ran at the school, then we got kicked out of that building. Then we went to Brandon, Florida, ran out of a Gold's Gym there. Then we eventually kind of bounced back and forth here and there. Steve was yelling at me, "God, I hate you." But every once in a while, we would, because we had a lot of students, and he had a lot of students, I kind of here and there help out with the training when I could. And we'd have these showcase events. And we get a lot of the guys that they just need to experience in front of a crowd. They're usually what we'd call bot shows, where a lot of the students would bring a lot of the people that were in the crowd. Or we had this guy, Mike Eason, his name was. We used to call him Bam, badass motherfucker. And a lot of the people in the crowd, a lot of them, particularly all the pretty girls in the front row, they came there with him, Steve. They were all friends. Another buddy of ours, Freedom Rider. Actually, I should stop here. I was really proud of that transition from that chin lock into the camel clutch. Got to whack into the crossface. And followed up with this. That was what I enjoyed doing, just chaining stuff together, trying to make it somewhat believable, make it look like, you actually went out there with a game plan, trying to defeat your opponent. This was always one of my favorite moves, the old boss man special. Jeff Jarrett uses that a lot too. With my awful dancing. I don't have fringes on my boots. That's just my laces hanging down. I didn't tuck them into the boots like I should have. Speaking of footwear, Madison wearing the Brody boot covers. We actually teamed up once and we did that gimmick together. It was kind of cool. Good. And good night. I think Steve was legit worried that I may have fallen on my head, which I did. But even if I did, there was nothing up there to damage. But yeah, Steve was extraordinary talent. And yeah, it was a pleasure working with him. I really enjoyed working with him. This time in my life that I got to be a wrestler. So yeah, that was that. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this works out pretty well. I'm going to let this play out for a quick second. Yeah, I don't know. Someone's going to have to tell me about this whole Streamyard thing because I'm kind of, I'm a bit paranoid when it comes to technology. And when I tried doing this the first time before I realized it was a disaster, I see that you have to give it access to your YouTube account. So I don't know if that's a normal thing, if that's something that if I should worry about as far as security risk or anything like that. I'd much rather not give anything access to my anything. So we'll see how that goes. But this is yeah, if this works out using this whole StreamYard thing, this might become a thing that I use in the future. But anyhow, so that's that. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Hopefully I work out the kinks and the bugs, and I can post this up on YouTube and everybody can see this and tell me what they thought of it. So anyhow, this is Dan Moonshine talking. Stay sick, stay heavy, stay brutal. Always tuck the chin up on impact. Don't forget to breathe. Everybody have a nice evening. Have a happy and safe 4th of July. I hope you keep all your fingers, toes, and eyeballs. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.